Hi everyone, this is Debbie Henderson from Debbie's Designs. Let me just make sure my iPad's working. Hi everyone, this is Debbie. There we go. Welcome to my weekly tea time and a card. I'm going to be using some new products with you tonight. I can see you guys all coming on. Welcome. So as you can see, I have a new sweet collection that's not out yet. This is called the Be Mine Valentine with the Be Mine Valentine punch. It's the little bee that the punch cuts out. There's a lot more products to go with this that I'll show you, but I just want to stress that there's only one more week for you. Boy, my video looks fuzzy tonight. I hate that. Okay. I don't know why it's looking so fuzzy. I haven't done anything different. Let me just see. I don't want to touch my phone because I don't want it to mess up. I can just see it looks so blurry, you guys. I'm sorry. Must be my internet. But anyway, we have one more week remaining to join the Stampin' Up family with this great deal where you pick $125 worth of products for $64. Or option 2 is $168 worth of products for $99. You get free shipping, free paper pumpkin kit, free registration to Stampin' Up on stage event. Now that's a demonstrator event, and that's where this bundle comes in. It's going to be available to customers in January in the new mini catalog, but we can buy it now because we're going to be using it at on stage. So let me just show you, there's the punch, the stamp set. We've got the ribbon. We've got the embellishments. These are called adhesive backed hearts and flowers. I'm using all of this stuff tonight too, by the way. Let me bring this up close so you can see how cute these are. There's little flowers and little hearts. I'm going to try not to move so my camera can focus. There we go. And then we have designer paper called Be Mine. These are the six patterns on one side of the sheet. I'll let that focus for a second, and then I'm going to flip it over. These are all the not so busy patterns, but wait till I flip it if you haven't seen this yet. These are all flowers, bumblebees, honey jars. There's 3 or 4 sheets with bumblebees in different sizes. They're so cute. I'm going to be using one of these tonight. And the last product is the square pillow boxes. You'll remember that I showed these to you guys. They're all pre-scored. There's the adhesive right here on 2 pieces. And when you fold everything on the score lines and glue your sides together, this is what it looks like. It's so cute. And look how thick. So you could fit a lot of goodies in here. You could fit some candies or some small gifts. I haven't decorated one yet. I think I'm going to wait for Valentine's Day to get these going. And then this week I've been featuring some cards that I made with this suite. So you probably have seen them on my business Facebook page or on my blog. So let me just go through with them. Here's the first one. Look at the facial expressions on the bees. They're so cute. I'm going to bring it up close because you'll see that I added some clear wink of Stella on the wings. They're really, really sparkly. Number 2, I actually used, there's no hive that comes with this, but if you bought the Fluffiest Friends stamp set, there's a big hive right there. So that's where this one comes from. You can see that I stamped direct to the designer paper. Number 3, I let the designer paper do all the work. And I used a hexagon die to cut out my holes so the bees are peeking through the holes. But look how cute these embellishments are, and they're really flat. And my last one I posted today on my blog and Facebook. Again, look at the facial expressions on these bees. They just make you smile. They're just so cute. Okay, so tonight I'm actually recreating a card that I did many, many, many years ago. It's called a 4-fold card fold. This is the size. It ends up being 4x4, I think. Yeah, 4x4 when they're done. This is what it looks like. It's got a little tag on the front. When you take this apart, I'm going to take the ribbon all out. So they got to kind of work at it when they get the card. So this opens like that. Look how big the card is when it's all opened up. It's so cute. So I'm going to show you how to make that. It's really simple. I know I always say that, but after you see me do it, you'll see how simple it is. So what I am using is basic black, which is 8x8. I'll show you how to score that. This is just my stamping layer. Here's the designer paper. I'm going to cover up these little bees because I want the yellow side this time instead of the petal pink. This is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then 3.5 by 3.5 is white. This is for the tag. 2.5 by 1 3/4. And then I cut a whole bunch of squares because you can see there's 2 squares in each section. So I have 4 of one pattern, 4 of the other pattern, and those are 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. And of course, I'm using the ribbon and the embellishments I just showed you. And for inks, I have Sweet Sorbet, Pool Party, Daffodil Delight, and Tuxedo Black. Also need a handheld punch. This is a 1/4 inch. And I think that's it. So the first thing I'm going to do is make sure I put these where I see them so I don't lose anything. We're going to do the scoring part first. So we're going to use the 8x8 basic black. And all we're going to do is score at 2 inches on all 4. So 2, 2, 2, and 2. Now what I'm going to do, I want to score right in the middle of this section right here, only up to the first score line at 4. So we're going to go 4, up to the score line, 4, 4, and 4. So again, you're going to score at 2 on all 4 sides, and then you're going to score at 4 only up to the score line. So that you're going to have a big square in the middle that has no score lines on it. That's it for scoring. Now we're going to cut. So the first thing you're going to do is cut off all 4 corners. Make sure you do these nice and straight because we have to bend this afterwards. We have to fold on all these score lines. And then of course you can save these squares for something else. If you don't use them for layers, you can always use them for punching or die cutting. So we're going to cut off all 4 corners. Okay, that's first step. So 4 corners, save these for something else. Now we're going to cut step number 2. We're going to go on the score line, but you're only going to cut to the center, okay? So this is going to bend on the score line. Make sure you're going to cut on the same side each time. So we're going to flip and cut the one closest to you. There's the other fold. Flip. I don't know what I got on there. There's number 3. And there's number 4. So when you're done, these should all go in the same direction. Okay. Now let's bring this in so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to put the tag right here. So now we're going to glue all of the squares down. And to make it quick, I'm going to use liquid glue. So I'm going to put glue on 4 of these. And that's going to go right on the first square of each section. It's easier to do one pattern at a time so you don't get confused. And just make sure it goes on the same square every time you flip. Okay, flip number 4. Okay, there's that step. Now we're going to flip these over. It's the same pattern, I just flipped them over. I'm going to add glue again to all 4. And now we're going to add those. Now I'm kind of looking at the direction of my bees because this is going to be the right side up. I'm going to make sure my bees all face the same direction. Look at this happy little one. So I'm not going to keep turning this because I want to make sure my bees are all the same. One more. Okay, there's step number 2. Now we're going to add, now on this one I used cardstock on the inside, that's Sweet Sorbet. This time I'm using designer paper. I'm going to put that right in the middle. See how easy that is already? I told you guys it's so easy. Now let me get my pad and we're going to do some stamping. Now when I'm stamping the bee, I find it easier to do the black first so you can see through your stamp when you do step number 2. So I'm going to go ahead. I need a bee right here and a bee on my tag. So I'm going to do 2. So here's, let me see, this one is what's going to go on the inside. So I'm going to do that one first. This is the one I'm going to cut out with the punch, so it doesn't really matter where I stick it. Next, we're going to use daffodil for the bee, for the body. And you'll see what I mean. So when I am getting ready, I haven't inked this yet, but see how I can see my stripes? So I can line up the bottom of the circle right with that little piece on the tip. So I'm going to go ahead and ink up my stamp. Perfect. Here's number 2. Then we're going to add the little buzzy lines. I call them buzzy lines. We're going to build our little scenery right here. So there's that. Now on the wings have 2 parts to them. They have the outline and then the heart. When you're doing the one that you're going to punch out, you don't have to worry about where you're going to put the heart image. But on this one you do, because I'm not cutting anything out. Now what I did to make this lighter, I inked up the heart image, stamped on scrap, and then on my cardstock. This is the one I'm not going to cut out. So I'm going to bring in a Post-it note. I'm going to put that right here to cover that body, because you don't want the tip of the heart to show on your bumblebee. This is called masking, so I'm going to pull this off and look. I'm going to put it back on there just in case. I just wanted to show you what it looked like. Now we're going to do the outline of the wings. And that's why I wanted the lighter color, because I wanted that light color to peek through. So there's, that one's all set. This is the one we're going to cut out. And you'll see what I mean. See, the cut, this part doesn't go all the way down to that little pointy end, which you don't need. And then another thing that I did was add the wing of Stella. So I'm going to color those wings. And I always like to do 2 or 3 coats of the wing of Stella. It dries really quick. I'm going to go ahead and put another coat. I want it to be really sparkly. Hopefully you can see that on the camera. Okay, here's number 2. Now, I want to show you another trick, because if you get this later, you can see here how I did the whole face, right? I want to show you how you can do a partial face, because he's kind of sideways. Again, I'm going to bring in my little Post-it note. I'm going to put that right on the tip of the nose. Whoops, where's my sticky part? Right on the tip of the nose. I'm going to show you what I mean before I do it, because I did it on one. See, look at this card, how I did just half of the face. And that's how I did that, was to cover it. I'm going to ink the whole image, but I'm going to make sure that only one of the eyeballs is on there. See, I only did a half a face. I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Again, I'm going to cover up to the nose. And I'm going to make sure one of the eyeballs is on the Post-it note. So you can do either way. You can do a full face or you can do a half a face. Okay, now I'm going to bring this in so I can cut. Let me see, I got to get my paper trimmer. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut the body first. Whoops, it's too long. It's hitting on the side. Remember, if you have a hard time getting this in, you can always glue a little handle to the end to steer it in there. There's that one. Then we're going to do the little heart for the wings. Okay, now we also have to, okay, let me glue the wings on first before I get too far. I'm just going to put a dab of glue. Stick the wing on there. Look how cute that is, you guys. And now I'm going to do the tag. Now you can see that it's in a tag shape. All I did was take my scissors, cut off a corner. I'm going to take this corner and bring it over here so I can use it as a template so my sides will be the same. See how easy that was? Then I'm going to take the punch to punch a hole. I'm actually going to glue the B on there first so I can see where I need to put those little hearts. I'm going to glue him on with dimensionals. It's going to go right there. So which one do you guys like better as far as the face? Do you like the full face better or the half a face? They both look all right. You can do whichever one you want. Now we're going to do the love you. And then we're going to add the little hearts with pool party. Okay, so the tag is all set. Now let's see what else we have on the inside. We also have You Make My Heart Buzz. It's going to go at the top. And then we're going to add a few more hearts with the pool party. Now I'm going to trim this just a little bit. I see a little black spot right there. I'm going to take that off. So I'm going to do the same on the other side to even that out. I must have had a little smudge on my finger. And you want to glue all of the pieces on the inside flat because of course this is going to close all the flaps are going to close shut, and you need everything to be nice and flat. So there's the inside. Here's my tag. I'm just moving everything aside here so I don't get any ink on anything. This time I'm going to use the ribbon from the kit. And I'm going to put these on last because you have to figure out which direction your little squares are going to go into. So now these always fold. You fold this way, and you're going to have a little hole in this corner right here. So let me bring the punch in. And you don't want to punch through the whole thing. We're just going to fold this over so you know which one you're punching. I'm going to lift this up just a tad bit and punch a hole. So you're going to have 4 holes. Let me see. One more. So again, this is how, if you want this to be easy, just fold it this way first. So black and black, and then fold this one over. Okay, there's the 4 holes. Now, what we need to do is I bring my B right in front of me so it's facing the right way. We're going to close all of these over. That's how that goes. And let me see, where is my bone folder? I'm just going to push on these to make them nice and flat, because I haven't done that yet. Okay, so again, this is the right side, and I'm going to use my ribbon. I need to find it. Where's my ribbon? Hold on, I kind of threw everything off to the side. There it is. I'm going to start at the top. Pull it through. So I'm going from the top down. I'm going to do all 4 holes, and again I want to make sure this is the right side, and I'm going to go ahead and cut my ribbon. We're going to do 1 more hole, and then I'm going to put the tag in there and tie it into a bow. So again, just to double check, I have this piece right side up. This in the tag. It's such a cute card, and because it's 4x4, it still fits in one of our regular envelopes. Make a bow, and then I'm going to shorten my bow up a little bit, and then I'll trim my ends so they're even. But look how cute that is, you guys. I'm going to leave this one open. Now let's go ahead and add some embellishments. And let's see, I used red on that one. I'm going to use the pool party this time. I'm going to do the hearts. We'll do flowers on this one. And another set of hearts on this one. I love these embellishments. So look how cute that is. I didn't put any on this one only because the tag covers it. But again, this is all black on this side. All the decorations that you add, the layers are on the inside. And then this is what it looks like when you have it all closed. And let me see, I had this ribbon to go with this one. So I hope you enjoyed the 4-fold card full. I hope you'll give it a try. Make sure you add pictures on the Facebook page so we can see what you did. And I will be back next week. Let me peek over what I'm doing next week. Next week I have a technique for you. I worked on it today. So have a nice night, everyone, and I'll see you next week. And thanks for coming by to visit today. Bye-bye.